From Westworld. Let's get it.
Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Scammer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage roar. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing. Dog, I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul. Losing time, waste a steady pace, and you off track. I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping He can save you. But there's power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have the deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the globo. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we half, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drought.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody. Looking just for a change, I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt the vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God law, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passive. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. Shot first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons. In the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made straight up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch. I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance. Boxing the goal, and they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try and make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home with the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man. I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Hey, y'all go on and like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to do one more song, and then we get into it, man. Go ahead on, like, share, subscribe. Check in the class. If you're watching, put your name and where you're from, man. We're going to do one more song, and then we back in this thing, all right? All right.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohanan, man. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible, man. And that truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the 12 tribes according to the Bible, man. We'll say Shalom, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shemal, Athar, Bashem, Yahweh, shout all the sisters, man. You know what I mean? And we're going to get a heavy topic tonight because I know a lot of y'all have been celebrating Christmas, man. I know that's what y'all do, man. I know y'all had your Christmas trees up, you know what I mean? You had your presents under the tree, you know what I mean? You had the, what else? You ate your turkey dressing. You had your turkey and all the food that you ate and you sacrificed to that fat white man that you call Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did, and I know you enjoyed it, man. So let's talk about what we got to do in order to get this nation. And it ain't going to be celebrating Christmas. It ain't going to be enjoying the things that are sacrificed to idols. That's not how we get our nation, man. You know what I mean? But before that, hey, look, I want to say shalom to the Akim in there with me, man. Trooper Konata to Doc. Trooper Marat, man. Give y'all brothers a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Here tonight, man. It's on once again a Tuesday night Brotherhood class, man. You know what I mean? Y'all Tawab, everybody Tawab tonight, man. Y'all good?
Sir.
Damn right, man. Damn right, man. I know y'all was some strong soldiers and didn't celebrate Christmas yesterday, right? You know what I mean?
Sir.
All right, man. You know what I mean? We gotta stay strong in this truth, man. You know what I mean? It's what they say is not given to the swift, but to those that endure to the end. You know what I mean? And that's what we gotta do, man. Stay 10 toes down on this truth. As the world say, we gotta stand on business, man. You know what I mean? We gotta stand on business and make sure we are doing what the Lord tells us to do. All right. I got one more thing I want to show before we get into this, man. So Captain Natazar says, I think it was Captain Natazar, he said this that the majority of Israel, you know what I mean, blacks, Hispanics, so-called black, Hispanics, and natives, the majority of us speak Spanish, right? So we need to start putting out flyers for our Spanish-speaking brothers, our Spanish-speaking Akim. So I got one flyer I want to put out real quick, man, so we can clip this and share it to everybody that speaks Spanish and may not understand English, man. All right, let me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna do this class. This is Spanish translation. I don't speak Spanish. But now on, we're gonna start with Spanish captions of all of our classes, all of our flyers and everything like that. You want to watch this those that may not understand.
Salaki, sir. Can't really hear because had the music playing.
Okay, out the water. Yeah, we are gonna put these flyers out, man. And every week we're gonna put these flyers out, man, just to make sure we're reaching out to our Latin brothers, man. Make sure we're reaching out to our Hispanic brothers and the sisters, you know what I mean, everybody, so they can get part of this truth, man. You know what I mean? It's not just for us English speaking so-called Black Americans, man. This is for all 12 tribes, man. We got to reach everybody, all right? That's what that was all about. All right? But we're going to get into it, man. So, we're going to pick up where we left off last week, man. Trooper Marab, if you don't mind, get Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2, man. Get Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2. And,
sir.
Trooper Cornell, since you got your apocrypha tonight, man, let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 7. We're going to start at verse 22, all right? Let's get into this tonight, man. Because everybody, I know the whole world, man, the whole world, it seems like, celebrated Christmas yesterday, man. The whole world. I go to my slave, and everybody asking me what I got my children for Christmas. How did I enjoy Christmas? And by this point, you would think that everybody should know that I don't celebrate Christmas. But I still have to sing the same song that, I don't celebrate Christmas. Why? I just don't celebrate Christmas. I don't even want to break it down. I just tell them I don't celebrate Christmas. Please don't celebrate. Please don't wish me a Merry Christmas. Please don't give me any gifts. I don't celebrate Christmas. I feel like I had to say the same song at least 1,000 times a day. It's probably more like 100, but I feel like it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But we inside the ISUPK on the Commander-in-Chief Yohana don't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. No matter what your pastor has taught you, no matter what you may see any of these fake Israelite groups say, we don't celebrate these days of the world. We celebrate the days inside this Bible. Instead of you getting ready for your black-eyed peas and your collard greens and your cornbread for next Monday, you should be getting ready and saving your money for the Passover, where we're going to be in Durham, North Carolina. You understand? That's what you should be doing. You should be getting ready for Passover. But instead, what you do yesterday, you celebrated Christmas. You put the lights on the Christmas tree. You put the ornaments on the Christmas tree. You understand? You did all of these things that you shouldn't have done to say that you were part of the family. Now you say you do it for what reason? Who knows? You got that Jeremiah chapter 10?
Sir.
All right. Let me get over there with you real quick, Slakia, and then we can roll on. I just want to be there with you. All right. All right, boy, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
You know what? Go up to verse 1. Let's start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speak unto you, O house of Israel.
O house of Israel. Again, we already know that the Lord is talking to the house of Israel. He ain't talking to everybody else. He's not talking to your white friend. He's not talking to everybody in the world. Who he deals with is Israel. No different than who I deal with are my children. The Most High deals with us because we are his children, and I deal with my children just like that, right? I tell my children they need to be in the house by 10 o'clock, right? The street light come on, you need to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or, no, you can't drive the car because I don't want you driving my car. You know what I mean? Now, your friends can drive their parents' car if they want to. They can stay out as late as they want to because I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to my children. And the Most High God is talking to us. All right? Keep going, Warren.
Verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
Says, learn not the way of the heathen. You understand? That's what we're supposed to not do, is do what this oppressor is doing. But what did you do yesterday? You did exactly what your oppressor is doing. Because your oppressor has Christmas trees in every corner of the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? He has Christmas trees and ornaments. You know what I mean? He got snow all over the trees, making it look real. I think I saw Boosie take a fire extinguisher and spray powder all over the Christmas tree. Did I see that, War? Did I see that?
Sir.
I thought I saw that clown spraying a fire extinguisher all over the Christmas tree because he's too cheap to buy the real snow. That's what he's doing, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, man. We can't be like these heathens. We can't do what they do. We got to do what we're supposed to do. We got to do what the Lord has told us to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter the cost, no matter what happens, we got to fight through that. We got to fight these demons because these demons are heavy at this time of year, man. These demons are heavy. They heavy forever. They heavy all year long. But in this point in time, they extra heavy, man. And we got to fight through, man, because we can't celebrate Christmas. You understand? We can't be oppressors. You understand? We have to not learn the way of these heathens. and learn the way of the Most High God. That's what we're supposed to learn the way of. Learn the way of that black man that they called Yahweh Shamashiach, Jesus Christ. You understand? We're supposed to learn the way of him. That's how we're supposed to learn. You understand? Instead of learning like this oppressor, man. This oppressor has done nothing to benefit the whole world. He benefited himself. I don't care what this oppressor, I don't care what a racist person tries to tell me that America, that the world is better because of America. It's absolutely not. It's much worse than it should have been. And it needs a new janitor. It needs a new maintainer. It needs a new governor of this earth, man. Instead of this white man, Salaki. Instead of this oppressor. We need a new governor over this earth. And that should be the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? All right? Keep going, Warren.
Con 1 Con. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
For the heathen is dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. The heathen is dismayed. They look at these stars and clouds, and they look at all these nebulas in space. They look at the, you feel me? They look at every single, everything that's going on in space, and they're trying to figure out what's going on out there. They're looking out there at, they found, 10 super Earths some time ago, man. They're looking at all of these things instead of looking right here where blacks, Hispanics, and natives have been downtrodden by these people since the beginning of time, man. You know what I mean? These people are looking at this. They're looking for the Sagittarius, man. They're looking for the horoscopes, man. That's what they're doing. They're looking at horoscopes, man. They dismayed by those things, man. They baffled by it, like they baffled by this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Instead of being what the Lord has told us to do and be kings and princes and priests over this earth, man. You understand? That's what we're supposed to do. All right, keep going, Warrior.
Verse 3. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cut a tree out the forest. The works of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
With the axe. He cut a tree out the forest. No different than what you did when you went to Lowe's and bought your tree. Somebody that worked for Lowe's went out and cut a tree. You bought the tree and you put it up in your house. You understand? That's what you did. You bought the tree and you went out there and you said, all right, I'm going to celebrate Christmas. Even though you may say, I didn't go cut it, but you had somebody else to cut it and you got it. You know what I'm saying? So you learn the ways of the heathen just like that. Keep going, Ward.
Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold.
They do what?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Do it one more time. They did what?
They deck it with silver and gold.
They deck it with silver and with gold, man. That's what they do, man. They deck it with silver and gold. And what does that say? That right there tells you that that's Christmas. Silver and gold garnish on your tree is Christmas, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what color. You might change the color to blue and white. It don't matter. You still celebrating the heat. You still celebrating the idol. You still worshiping idols, man. You know what I mean? You still worshiping idols. You're not serving the Lord by doing that, man. There's nothing in serving the Lord by having a Christmas tree. The Bible says it right here that it's vain. It's nothing, man. It's empty. You understand? But you celebrate Christmas anyway. We got to get out of this spirit, man. We got to get out of this spirit of celebrating Christmas. Start celebrating the Lord, man. It ain't hard, man. Because what we're trying to do is build a nation. We're trying to build our people up and have our own kingdom, have our own nation, and have our own culture, our own society. But you can't have that culture. You can't have that nation. You can't have that society without the Most High God on our back, on our side, man. And by celebrating Christmas, you can't have it. The Lord ain't gonna be with us nowhere. By celebrating New Year's, the Lord's not gonna be with you, man. The Lord's not gonna be with you with your eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He's not gonna be with you while you're doing that. You got to find somewhere to say that I'm going to sacrifice these things and be with the Lord and do what He wants us to do. I'm sacrificing my time with my family because I don't want to celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm sacrificing the time with my friends and them whatever because they want to. You know what I mean? They want to eat have a bacon eating party or whatever. You feel me? We got to sacrifice those times and start spending time with the Lord and having the times that we're supposed to do with the Lord. You understand? All right. Keep going on that, Warren.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not, man. That's your tree stand that you got. That's your tree stand that you buy, that you put your tree in, man. You know what I mean? Or that's how you do it now. In the back in the old time, they didn't do it like that. They had to fasten it with nails to a wall or something so it didn't move. You know what I mean? You're doing the same thing, man. You're in the same spirit by having a Christmas tree. No matter how you cut it, no matter how you say it. You say you celebrate Christmas because, you feel me, you do it for the children. But you're not doing it for the children. You're doing it for yourself. You celebrate Christmas because of yourself and for no other reason, man. You celebrating Christmas because you want to make yourself feel good. You're not doing it for the children. You're doing it because you enjoy it, man. It feels good. You're lustful, man. That's what you're doing. You're lusting after this thing that you call Christmas. You're lusting after that feeling, that high that you get every year, year after year, that you got when you were a child and you got new things. You lusting after that feeling, man. Let me tell you, that feeling that you lusting after, man, is vain, man. It's vanity. It's no different than that crack rock that a crackhead goes out here and get. He's looking for that high. He's looking for that high. But it benefits him nothing, man. It benefits him nowhere. Just like Christmas benefits you nowhere. You understand? So we got to get rid of this, man. We got to cut this spirit out because we got to move towards building our people up. We got to move towards building up this nation. We got to build it towards helping our people out, man. Don't you see that we need help inside this empire? We tried it with Black Wall Street. And when we did it with Black Wall Street, what did we get? We got nothing, man. We got destroyed. Because unless the Lord built the house, they labor in vain, them that build it. We got to have the Lord on our side. All right? I dropped that, warrior. You got that for me, Trooper Kuna?
Khan, so 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 2, right?
Verse 22, yep.
22.
And then, Trooper Marab, if you could, give Matthew chapter 15, verse 9.
Khan, sir.
Khan. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 22.
Yeah.
Hold
on, let me get up there with you.
Okay. Khan, sir.
Give everybody a little bit of time to get there. Watch it online. Give them enough time to get over there. Find it. All right, go ahead, Ward.
Khan. The book of Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things.
So these people what he said, they were not obedient to him, right? They were not obedient to the Most High God, right? They were not obedient to him. Let's go up to verse 21 and give a little bit more context. Give a little bit more.
Khan, sir. Verse 21. For God had given straight commandment to such as came.
So the Lord said he gave straight commandment. You understand? That's what he gives inside these law, statutes, commandments. These are straight commandments. You understand? These commandments are straight. You know what I mean? And that's how he did it in the Old Testament when he was dealing with Adam. You understand? When he was dealing with Adam and he was dealing with all of his children that came after him, he gave them straight commandments. All right? Those straight commandments were direct. He said, do not eat from the tree in the middle of the garden, right? He said, don't eat the fruit of that tree. That's a straight commandment. That's clear cut. No question about it. Keep going.
Khan. For God had given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live.
Right.
Even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
And what they should observe to avoid punishment, right? So the Lord gave Adam this straight commandment. I just use him because that's the most prevalent example. He gave him straight commandment what to do. He said, don't eat the fruit of the tree. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't eat that. You know what I mean? And he said, this is what you need to do to avoid punishment, right? It was very clear on what he had to do. Keep going.
Khan, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him.
He said, nevertheless, it's like just a quick heads up. So whenever you see a comma or a colon or something like that, semicolon, I'm going to jump right in, all right? So just go and be ready for me because I'm going to jump right in there, all right?
Khan.
All right, so he says, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him. So even though he gave them straight commandments, even though he gave them clear-cut law, statute, commandments on what they should do, what you shouldn't eat, what you should, you know what I mean, what you should wear, your fringes on your garment, right? What you should look like, right? How you should treat each other. Straight commandment on how to do that. But what did he say? He said they were not obedient unto him. You understand? Keep going.
Khan. But spake against him.
Keep going.
and imagine vain things.
And spake against him and imagined vain things. You understand? They spoke against the Lord because they didn't do what he said to do. They spoke against the Most High God because they didn't want to do what the Lord told them to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So even though he gave them straight commandments, they still disobeyed the Lord. You know what I mean? Keep going, Warrior. Let's read a little bit more on this.
Verse 23. And deceive themselves by their wicked deeds.
And deceive themselves by their wicked deeds, man. These deceive, even when you celebrate Christmas, you're deceiving yourself by your wicked deeds because you say you're celebrating Christmas for your children. You celebrate Christmas because you want to be around family. We're not here to celebrate Christmas. We're here to be a family. But what you say earlier, True Morale, you said 364 days out of the year, they still ain't going to care about you. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to spend no time with you for the rest of the year. But on Christmas, let's all get together. Let's all have some dinner. Let's all spend time together. You know what I mean? I heard, LeBron James. LeBron James said they were asking him, was he going to be ready for the game? He said, I guess he got a game, today or tomorrow or something like that. They said he got a game today. They said, are you going to be ready for the game? He said he ain't worried about the game because he's going to be celebrating Christmas with his child. Now, this brother LeBron James got how much money in the bank? And why are you waiting on one day to celebrate with your child? Why are you waiting on one day to give your children toys and gifts and clothes and things like that? So all the money this brother got, man, he can celebrate Christmas. So like he can celebrate his child every single day. You understand? But he don't do it. He want to do it on Christmas Day. Never mind what everything else going on in the world. He want to celebrate Christmas on this day. Cause we so destroyed in this place, bro. So destroyed. Hey, Salaki, if y'all got anything you want to add, man, feel free to jump in and add, all right? Just say Salaki, you got it, all right? All right. Let's keep going.
And said of the Most High that he is not.
Keep going.
And knew not his ways.
They said they knew the Most High, he is not, and knew not his ways. They said that the Lord is not real. They say that ain't that's what the people in the world say, that God ain't real? Ain't that what the people in the Christian church try to say, that you don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments? They don't know his ways. You understand? Now, they did this even in Adam's time, when he gave straight commandments. You understand? But even in that time, even now, we still do the same things, man. We do the same things when we try to not acknowledge the Most High, not acknowledge his holy days, try to not acknowledge his ways, man. We got to get out of that spirit, man, because that spirit has been in the earth for so long, and we haven't benefited from it, man. You understand? All right, keep going.
Verse 24. But his law have they despised and denied his covenant.
His law have they despised and denied his covenant. That's what your Christian pastor is doing. They despise the law of God. They despising the laws and the law, statute, commandments, man. They despising that in the Christian church. They're saying that they don't want to keep the law, statute, commandments because they're done away with. So let me eat my pork, and then I pray over it to make it clean. Let me eat my shrimp, man. Let me have my crab boil. You feel me? Let me have my what they call the oysters and stuff like that, man. Them half-shell oysters and whatnot, man. These things are disgusting, bro. You feel me? They want to eat that stuff, man. That stuff is of no value to us, man. You understand? Those things are of no value and no flavor, man. You know what I mean? But they say let's do that. You know what I mean? Because I ain't added. Let me be clear. I don't eat oysters. You understand? Because I've been in the truth. I did that when I was in the world. I don't want y'all getting this misconstrued. You understand? I don't eat that. That's unlawful. But you know what I'm saying? They try to say, let's do this because it's nice. Let's eat these crab legs because, you know what I mean? It's a delicacy. It's when you're doing that, you're doing away with the Lord. You're doing away with his way. Now you're doing the oppressor's way. When the Bible says, learn not the way of the oppressor. We're supposed to learn the way of the Lord. But you following after these white people. You following after all these people of the world, man. You know what I mean? Let's keep reading on that word.
Khan. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his work.
They're not doing what the Lord told you to do, man. The Lord has a work for the eyes you became. We are doing that work, man. Just like we did in New York. I go back to it again. The work was feeding and clothing the people that were rejected by society. And we perform that work, man. We perform the work for our people, man. But your Christian pastor is not doing that. Your Christian pastor is not performing the work. of the Lord. He's too busy performing the work of himself. He's trying to get that Movado watch. He's trying to be a power bottom. You understand? He's trying to be a power bottom in this thing, man. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. But they don't understand that by doing that, you're neglecting the Lord, man. You're neglecting the Lord. And you want to have that. You want to have that bad. You want to have your blessing. Your blessing is on the way, so you say. I can tell you, man, your blessing ain't on the way. By doing what you're doing, your blessing ain't coming, man. And it doesn't matter if your judgment doesn't come swiftly. Your judgment is coming surely. Your judgment may not come right now, but that judgment is definitely coming. All right? Let's see. Did I tell you what to go to, Warrior? What verse?
Come on, sir.
Lost, like it. Trooper. Nah, I tell you what, we're gonna stop at. Let's stop at verse 25. All right.
Khan. Verse 25. And therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things.
For the empty are the empty things. Now let me ask y'all a question, troopers. What are the empty things and what are the full things? It says, for the empty are the empty things, and for the full are the full things. What that mean? Write that down for me, trooper. Now I'll give you first. I'll give you first shot at it.
Hold on. So, and therefore, for the empty are empty things, and the full are the full thing. So,
try to think about what we've been talking about, right?
I'm gonna say, I guess, I'm gonna say, for the people who keep the covenant, you know, that there'll be a fulfillment of law, statute, command for the Most High. But if you don't, I guess you basically doing everything in vain. So really empty. That's what I'm shooting for.
You close on it. You're beating around it, man. But I need you to bring me home, man. Trooper Mariah, you want to take a shot at it?
I was gonna say, Salaki. I was thinking when you said, I was thinking like something like what the brother saying. I was thinking like the empty thing could mean like vain, just being vain. It don't mean nothing. Right. And the full things can be like, doing things that's, like the Lord tell us to do.
Yeah, give me specific examples, right? What would be a vain thing, right? Give me a specific, Trooper Mariah. Give me a specific thing, because y'all right on it, man. Y'all right there on it. I want to hear the specific.
So okay, I say a vain thing can be like Christmas, New Year. It can be something that's it really don't mean anything. It's just okay. Another thing I could say is like Easter, most like these holidays, man, it's vain because it don't mean nothing.
That's right. No, you 100% on it, man. Get that brother a hand, man. Both of y'all right, man. Y'all give each other a hand, man. You 100% correct, brother. Because the empty, when he says the empty is the empty things, Christmas is an empty thing, right? Celebrating Christmas is an empty thing, and you get nothing out of it. That's the empty thing, right? That's the empty thing for the empty thing. But the full thing, right? What would be a full thing? You ain't give me no example of a full thing, but I think you should know, right? What's a full thing? Give me an example of a full thing.
Passover.
Right. Passover. Right.
Salaki.
Right. That's it. Keeping the Passover. Or like, Triple Cool, now you got your hand up. So like,
keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Right. Following the commandments so you can stay on the righteous path.
That's right. But I want you to be you being very abstract when you say that, Triple. Because that's what the Christian does, right? The Christian is very abstract when they give you an explanation, right? They say, what's holy? Holy is it's being real good and real nice, right? You're doing a good thing while being holy. But in the eyes of BK, what we say holy is what? What is holy?
Separate.
And being separate, right? We get real specific to the point, right? So when you breaking down the scripture, you want to be very specific about what that scripture means. You know what I'm saying? So if we say a full thing, right? You saying what? That a full thing would be us going out and feeding and clothing the people like we did in New York, right? That's a full thing, because by doing that, what we did is we took care of our people, and we filled the works of the Lord, right? We did what the Lord told us to do. That's the full thing. Go ahead, True.
So as you saying like in full, so basically what y'all did in New York, y'all did the works of the Most High, so y'all completed y'all mission.
That's
Is that
right.
what you mean?
That's right.
Okay, okay.
We did the work of the Lord, so we're fulfilling our mission. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the mission is over. We're fulfilling our mission. We are doing what the Lord told us to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. But damn right, man. So that's what we do. Like what you said for keeping the Passover, True Morale. By keeping the Passover, that's a full thing because that's what the Lord told us to do. And by doing that, you get something out of it. And what are we trying to get out of this, man? What we're trying to get out of this is building our nation. What we're trying to get out of this is getting the kingdom. That's the full thing that we're searching for. All right? That's what we're trying to get. By celebrating Christmas, you don't get nothing out of that. By celebrating Easter, you don't get nothing out of that. Eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, you get nothing out of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But by keeping the Passover, by being a brother to your brother, by being a sister to your sister, by keeping the Lord's days, by doing the commandments of the Lord, you get the things that we're supposed to get, which is the kingdom, which is salvation from our sins, which is rulership. That's what we're looking for, and that's what we're gonna get. Read that scripture again, Warren.
Khan. Verse 25, and therefore interest for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. All right. I mean, I recommend y'all take a minute, man, when y'all get a chance. Read 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse chapter 7, man. Both of them was heavy scriptures where we was just breaking down what we brought out, man. Take a minute and read that, man. If you listening in the audience, man, y'all watching this video later, take your time and read 2nd Ezra, man. 1st and 2nd Ezra. Heavy books right there. All right?
Khan, sir.
Okay, sir.
Let's get the next one, man. Where we at? Where we going, Troop Morale?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 9.
So lock you. Let me get over there with you. Matthew chapter 15, verse 9. Let's read.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
It said, in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men, man. You understand? Let's go read up in verse 8, man. Let's give them a little bit of context, man. We got to give these Christians a little bit of context. Because every time I promise you, when I was in the Christian church, I read this scripture almost every single Sunday, man. You know what I mean? I felt like they brought this scripture out almost every Sunday, man. But they don't understand what this scripture is really saying, bro. So let's break this down and explain to these Christians what the Bible is really saying. Because this is our job inside the ISUBK. Because he's revealed these secrets unto us. You don't reveal these secrets unto your Christian pastor. Your Christian pastor too busy trying to be a power bottom. And I'm not going to be specific on who I'm talking about because y'all should already know. But what he does not do is he don't break the scriptures down like we're supposed to. Go ahead, Trooper Kuna. I see you got your hand up.
I think I can answer that question if Trooper Morale can read that verse one more time, and I think I can get a shout out answer to it.
All right, look, let's go up to verse 8 and let give you an opportunity to break that down.
Come on, sir.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips.
All right, hold up. So let's see that. Let's get this real. Let's get that real quick. It says they draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips. What's that talking about, True? So like a Trooper Kuna, don't break it down.
So right here, what I think what that mean, because like I said, I'm gonna just give a prime example of Judgment Day. Most you got preachers out there, they say they do the Lord's work, but some of them they say, Lord, you know, I worship you, I did all this for you, you know, but some of them actually be doing it in vain for their own self glory. Right, and they don't do it for the Most High. The Most High, like I watched the video. The Most High go say, you knew my Lord. You said I was your Lord, but you wasn't, you know, being fulfilled. You know, well, you wasn't being 100%. I'm gonna say that because you got a lot of pastors out here. They say, you know, Lord, he call upon my name, but you never knew me. So a lot of them do it for their own self glory.
All right. So hold on now. You gave me a lot of words. but you ain't telling me what honoreth in me with their lips. Now remember, we got to do
Oh,
specific examples. Give me
okay.
specific examples of how they say they honoring the Lord with their lips. What are they doing? Now you hitting all on it, man. You know what I'm saying? You all around it. You know what I mean?
Basically, I guess, just call upon the name of the Lord. But
But
they
it's
really,
calling upon the name of the Lord wrong. So if I'm a Christian, you telling me that I can't call upon the name of the Lord? Is that what you're saying?
you can, but you gotta be sincere with it. You gotta mean it.
But I mean it though, True. I mean it. I mean it.
I don't know. Lie. It's like you said. I'm trying to get it.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure it out. But go ahead.
No sweat, man. No sweat. And so when they said they honor me with their lips, right? You hitting all on it. When you honor me with my lips, what you doing? You say you honor me with your lips and you honor me with your mouth. You're giving a whole lot of lip service, right? You, like you said, you calling the Lord, but you singing your songs, right? You in there with the tambourines and you in there singing your songs, and even if you don't have tambourines, you in there singing your songs. You in here doing what the preacher is doing by hooping and hollering, right? He says you honor me with your lips. You say the Lord is mighty. The Lord is good. He said he's what they say, the Lord is good and mighty to save, right? That's what they say in the Christian church. Is that right?
Come.
Right. They say that. This is how they honor the Lord with their lips. You say that you said the Lord is good and mighty to save by honoring me with those lips, right? That's nothing wrong with you saying that, but let's keep going, right? Keep reading on that word.
Con. But their hearts are far from me.
Their heart is far from me. So you say the Lord is good. You reading these scriptures. You bringing out the scriptures. You bringing out the precepts. You bringing out the passages of the Bible, right? You say you're doing all that, but your heart is far from me, right? Now, what does that mean? What does that mean that your heart is far from it? You say you singing the songs, right? You going to church every single Sunday, right? You say I'm saved and sanctified and holy and all this. These are the things that you say, but your heart is far from me. What does that mean?
Salakia, sir. I wanna say, you living a double life. I'm gonna say that because one minute you doing that in front of everybody, but soon you leave the church, you might be doing a whole different thing.
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna say, sir.
You hitting all on it. You all on it, but I need that specific thing. I need that specific. What's the specific? Morocco. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, if I may, I got a prime example for that.
Right.
Like they always using their lip and they be saying, the Lord knows my heart. He knows my heart, but at the same time, you got a big old Christmas tree in your church.
Damn right, boy. Get that brother. Hey, right. Keep going, boy. It's like it. I ain't mean to cut you off. Keep going. You look like you spin around for a minute.
No, that was pretty much it, sir.
Damn right. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You say you serving the Lord. You honor him with your lips, but your heart is far from him because you got a Christmas tree in your house. You say you love the Lord and you're going to do everything he tells you to do, but you're going to lunch after church to eat a rack of ribs at the local barbecue shack, right? You know what I'm saying? How is you telling me that you serving the Lord and with your mouth and you honoring the Lord with your mouth, but your heart is far from it? You're not doing what the Lord tell you to do, man. You're not doing what God say do, man. You know what I mean? You're doing what you want to do. You're not serving the God of the Bible. You're serving another God. You're serving another power. You're serving a demon, Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. And by eating, just by going, let's go back to it, right? Give it a little bit more to it. You say you going to celebrate. You don't celebrate Christmas, but you eating the dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem, man. We can't do that. We can't eat the dinner. We can't eat that Christmas dinner. And I'm going to give you a precept on that tonight. You know what I'm saying? We give you a precept on that because we can't eat those things that are sacrificed to idols. That Christmas dinner, you say you don't celebrate Christmas, but you're going to eat that dinner, man. That's a dinner that's sacrificed to idols, man. You know what I mean? So your heart is not with the Lord by doing that. Our heart, when we do that, our heart ain't with the Lord. We got to make sure that we are on business 100% of the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading on that word, verse 9.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of man.
They teach the doctrine that Christmas is something we're supposed to celebrate every year. They teach that doctrine, man. You know what I mean? I saw a news article the other day that even the people in Israel were talking about not celebrating Christmas. because of the war that's going on with Palestine, with the war that's going on between Israel and Palestine, man. You know what I mean? That they can't even celebrate Christmas because they don't have any people in Bethlehem, right? That's a doctrine that you teach them, that they got to celebrate Christmas, man. That's a doctrine you teach them, a doctrine of man, a commandment of man, that December 25th, we're going to celebrate Christmas. February 14th, we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day. Sometime around November 25th, 27th, we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. That's a commandment of man. That's not in the Bible. That's not in here. The doctrine of men say, your Christian pastor says that you can eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? That's a doctrine of men. That's not a commandment of God. You understand? That's what you're teaching these people. But in vain they do worship me. Because you're not worshiping the Lord. Your worship of the Lord is empty, man. Your worship of the Lord is nothing. Because you don't want to serve the Lord. You want to serve yourself. You understand? You want to serve yourself. You don't want to serve God. Because by serving God, you have to keep his commandments. And it's clear cut. It's clear cut that you got to keep these commandments. You understand? You can't do the things that everybody in the world is doing. We can't learn the way of the heathen. You understand? We got to do what he said. We got to do what he said. All right? That's it on that award. All right, Trooper Cornata, Doc, if you could, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 8. We're going to start at verse 4. And then Trooper Murad, get to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 18, Baba Pasha.
Kind of a sir.
We're
going to get everybody a minute to get over there to it. And
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Warren.
You said that's 1 Corinthians?
Yep. I need you to give 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 18.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna try to run through these pretty quick. I think we can kind of we've been running for a little bit. Y'all forgive me, man. I get a little excited about these scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
You're too wild.
All right. Trooper will not talk to Doc. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 4. So now what we were talking about just a second ago, here's a perfect precept for that. All right. So we're gonna see a little bit more on that. Get that when you got it, boy.
Khan. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 4. And concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in the sacrifice unto idols.
It says, concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered and sacrificed unto idols, right? Now, if you remember give you a little bit of history on this, right? Now, in the back, I give you like Moses, right? Back in Moses, when they had Baal, right? They were worshiping Baal. There were things that they sacrificed to Baal. And they ate those things that was sacrificed to him. They ate they made it had some chicken they sacrificed to him. And they ate that chicken, right? That's what the Hamites did, and we did the same thing, right? We followed after him. So these are the things that were sacrificed to idols, all right? Keep going.
Khan. We know that an idol is nothing in the world.
You understand that? We know that an idol is nothing. That Christmas tree is nothing. You understand that that Valentine's heart that you're going to give your child is nothing. Keep going.
Khan. And that there is none other God but one.
We know that, right? We know that there's none other God, but there's none other God but one, right? Keep going.
Khan. Verse 5. For thou there be that are called gods, whether in heaven.
So like it says, for those.
Oh, Salakia.
No sweat.
Salakia. For those there be that are called gods.
Keep going.
Whether in heaven or in earth.
Keep going.
As there be gods many and lords many.
So we talk about idols, right? They're little g gods, right? Like that's the Greek gods, right? Like you got Saturnalia, like you got Zeus, you got Thor, all these things, right? You have many lowercase g gods. Keep going.
Khan, verse 6. But to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him.
Keep going.
And one Lord, Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him.
So there's now, and that's a cut to say that we can't celebrate Christmas, right? That's a cut to say that we can't have Christmas trees, because by having that Christmas tree, that's a God to you. That's a God to you because you celebrate Christmas, right? that Christmas tree, Santa Claus, reindeer, all of those things are idols. Those are all idols. It says that there are many in heaven. There are many, and when I say heaven, there's many in the sky, right? They say that there's many gods in the sky. Like you got the star shapes, right? Like you got Aries in the sky. You would call that a god. But that's not really a god. That's not really the God, because there's only one God. You understand? There's many gods that they say, but there's only one. So that Christmas tree cannot be a god, and it cannot be your God if you are going to call yourself an Israelite. If you are a child of the Most High, then you can only have one God. All right? Good on that. Where you at with that, warrior? Verse 8?
Verse 7.
Verse 7. Let me see. Let me see what I'm trying to go with that. All right, we're going to drop that. We're going to drop that. Let's get to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. I think that's what I want to hit on that. Verse 18, right, warrior, True Morale?
Carter one con, sir.
All right.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 18. Mm-hmm. Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar?
So he says that, behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat the sacrifices partakers of the altar? So if you sacrifice that meat to Baal, right? Aren't you a partaker of that altar once you eat that sacrifice? Once you eat that sacrifice of Baal, you have now become a part of that. You are part of that worship of that altar. It's like you are a part of worship of that God. You understand? Once you eat that sacrifice, all right? Keep going.
Verse 19. And say I then that the idols is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything.
Again, we saying that idols are nothing, right? There's nothing sacrificed to idol. An idol ain't nothing, right? Keep going.
Verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
The Gentiles sacrifice to the devils. And the Gentiles celebrated Christmas. We read that in Jeremiah. So the Gentiles celebrated Christmas, and they sacrifice to devils. And they sacrifice, when you eat that Christmas meal, that Christmas meal is being sacrificed to a devil. It's being sacrificed to a demon. You understand? Keep going.
And not to God.
Keep going.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
So we can't have fellowship with devils. You understand? So by going to that New Year's Eve dinner, you understand? By going to your mama's house on New Year's Day, going to your granny house on New Year's Day, going to your uncle's house on Valentine's Day, by going to your whoever house for a birthday. If they having a dinner for their birthday, that dinner is being sacrificed to idols. And that dinner that they're sacrificing, you can have no parts of it. We can't have no parts of it because that dinner is being sacrificed to an idol, and we can't have no part of that. All right? Keep reading on that.
Come, verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
What that mean right there? Somebody break that down. What does that mean that we can't drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils? Shoot them around. Break that down for me.
Con, sir. You can't be taking partakes of this wicked holiday,
right?
And also trying to be partakers of the Passover.
Right. There you go.
For example.
There you go. That's it. That's damn right. Get up, brother hand. That's right. You can't be a partaker in this Passover and be a partaker in the partaker in your birthday dinner. You understand? Because that is not the way that the Lord works. Like Trooper Quinata's brought out last class. You can't serve two masters. We can only serve the Lord, or we can serve the oppressor. Which one are you going to serve? We got to make our selection now, because we can't serve the Lord no more. We can't serve this oppressor anymore if we want rulership in this kingdom. You understand? We got to serve him. All right? Keep going on that.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the tables of devils.
Yeah, right. Keep going. Last verse.
Verse 22. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he?
Yeah, right. That's what we do when we do that, man. We provoking the Lord to jealousy. When we eat a Christmas dinner, we eat a Thanksgiving dinner. Even though you say you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate these things. But if you sit down for dinner at Christmas, and You eating that dinner. You making the Lord jealous, man. You know what I mean? All right, that's it on that. So let's see. I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then we'll probably clip it here shortly. I'm gonna try to hit a couple of scriptures. Before we move on to the next section, y'all tell me this: what does it mean to be righteous?
You said, Salak, you said what to mean to be righteous?
Right. What does it mean to be righteous?
Righteous, I'm gonna say basically clean slate, started over and follow law, statutes, commandments. That's what I think what righteous is, from my perspective. Because once you find out the truth, you can now start living righteous and following law, statutes, and commandments.
All right. Now, you kind of got me on that first part when you said clean slate, started over. You sounded real Christian. You sounded real Christian on that one, Warren. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, you kind of cleaned it up. You brought it back home. That's right. Right. Being righteous means that you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, do you have a precept for that? Trooper Rod, you got a precept for that?
Allah, sir.
All right, no sweat. I'm gonna give y'all one. Luke chapter 1, verse 6. Trooper Rod, so like Trooper Quina, since you answered it correctly, let's go to Luke chapter 1, verse 6. It's gonna be your precept for keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is righteous. All right.
Sir.
So whenever somebody hits you up and be like, "What is righteousness?" and they start being real Christian, you can tell them, "That ain't it. Let's go to the Bible and show what righteousness is." All right.
Sir.
You got it, Warren?
Sir.
All right, let's get that.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 6.
Read.
And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinance of the Lord blameless.
Yeah, right. So they were both righteous before God because they walked in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. Right. So in order for you to be a righteous man, you cannot be celebrating Christmas. In order to be a righteous man, you cannot be celebrating your birthday. In order to be a righteous woman, you cannot be sleeping with multiple men. You understand? Well, to be a righteous man or woman, you have to do what the Lord told you to do. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Being righteous means you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? I just want to hit y'all with that before we move to our next section. All right? If you could, Warrior, give me Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. Trooper Quinal times a dot. Trooper Marad, give me Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. All right? This is what we got to do, man. This is what's important for us right here in this day. In these last days, as they say, this is what we got to do, man. This is what we have to do, all right? We got to do these things, man. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Like we said earlier, man, celebrating, Christmas is a terrible thing to do. And the majority of the world is doing that. And they are encouraging you and your children to celebrate Christmas. But we got to be strong. And we got to stand on business. We got to stand on these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because this is what the Lord would have for us to do, all right? We got to do this part, all right? We got to do what he told us to do. So, like, I'm going to be over there just a second. All right. You got that, Trooper Kona?
You said Baruch chapter 4, verse 6?
Verse 1. Start at verse 1.
Oh, verse 1. I got it now.
All right, read it.
This is the book of Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endured forever.
It says this is the book of the commandments of God, right? And what are you holding right now, Trooper?
The book of Salaki.
No, Salaki, Trooper. I'm talking Trooper Kuna. Salaki. Right now we holding the Bible, right? All of us are holding the Bible, right? This is the book of God. These are the book of the commandments of God, right? This is what we're going to be judged against in the end times, right? This is what we're going to be judged against forever. By life and death. This is how we're going to have to live, right? This is what we're going to have to do, all right? Keep reading.
Come. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
That's right. So if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you are going to die. you shall surely die. And that's not, you may not die this instance, right? That is something that you're going to die over time. You understand? Just while you celebrating Christmas. Everybody in the world celebrated Christmas, but wasn't nobody unalive. But I can tell you right now, it's going to come a time where you celebrate Christmas, you are going to surely die. You understand? And that time is now. We have the book, Law, Statutes, and Commandments. And it says that, I want to hit this part right here. The law that endureth forever. This law is going to endure forever. And that goes directly against your Christian pastor that says the law is done away with. Your Christian pastor is not congruent with these scriptures. He is not compliant with these scriptures because the law is supposed to go forever. These commandments are supposed to go forever. And if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're going to enter into life, man. You understand? Now, we may be unalived out here in the world because the world rejects us. The world looks at us like we crazy because we don't celebrate Christmas. The world looks at us like we done, you know what I mean? Like we got 3 eyes on our head because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But what happens is that we're going to get life because we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We're not going to die because we're going to stand on these statutes, these commandments, these ordinances, this law that's going to last forever. We stand on this and we're going to have these. You understand? We're going to have these in our lives and teach these to our children. And they're going to be saved. They're not going to die. They're going to live. They're going to have life. And they're going to have life everlasting. You understand? That's how the life, that's what we're sacrificing. That's what we're striving for. That's what we're trying to obtain is life and life everlasting. You understand? That's what we want. All right? All right, drop that warrior, trooper. Mariah, you got Matthew 5 and 6, right?
Come on, sir.
All right, let me get over there with you, and then we start reading. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
It says, blessed are they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness. What is righteousness again? Y'all just tell me, what is righteousness?
Keeping the law, statutes, commandments.
So blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness. Hunger and thirst after keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. It says, blessed are you. You are blessed because you're doing this, man. You blessed because you say, I don't want to be like these heathens. I don't want to be like these oppressors and do what they're doing. You understand? I don't want to be like Kanye, who said he apologized to the so-called, to the fake, you know what I mean, to the fake Jew over there in that land, to the fake Israelis. We don't have to be like Kanye. We're going to stand on business. We're going to stand on the law. We're going to stand on this that we were taught. And we're going to realize that we're going to get this because we are blessed because we strive after that righteousness. We strive after that righteousness. Hunger and thirst after it, man. You understand? Keep going.
Come. For they shall be filled.
All right.
Verse 7.
All right, keep going.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
So we are going to obtain mercy because we are merciful. You understand? We are merciful on our brothers and sisters, man. You know what I mean? We don't look at our brothers and sisters and reject them because of the things that they've done in their past. We are merciful to our people, man, because we've all had a past. We all celebrated Christmas. We all had dinner, man. It's like we all had Christmas dinner. We all had Thanksgiving dinner. We all had that in our past. So we merciful to our brothers and merciful to our sisters, man. You know what I mean? We don't look at our people and say, man, you ain't nothing because you celebrated Christmas. You know what I mean? Just because you know what I mean, when you was in the world, you might have married somebody that's not of your nation. But we don't look down on you because of that, man. You still our brother. You still my brother. You still my sister if you did that. You know what I mean? Your wife might not be able to come to Passover, but you can come. You know what I mean? We're going to be merciful to you because you are our family. You know what I mean? And we need that mercy because we all mess up from time to time. And we need that mercy. So we got to be merciful on each other, man. We got to look out for each other. You understand? We have to take care of one another and look out for our people. That's why we have to go out and give clothes to our people. Because at one point in time, we needed clothes. We got to give food to the people that don't have food. Because one time we may need food. You understand? We got to be merciful if we want mercy back. All right? Y'all got anything you want to add to that? Y'all good?
Con, sir.
All right.
Come, sir.
All right. Let's get to triple Quinai. Give me James chapter 1, verse 22. And then let me see if I want to read this or not. I like this, man. But what time is it? We got a little time, man. Y'all ready to go? Y'all want to clip this? Y'all done? Y'all tired?
Nah.
I'm too wild.
All right. You couldn't say yeah, right? You couldn't say yeah when I asked a question like that. All right. Trooper Rod, you could give me Psalm chapter 119, man.
Come on, sir.
We're gonna start at verse 96. And Trooper Cool, 9 times a dog, you should be holding James chapter 1, right?
Chapter 1.
Get over there
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
You said 1 and
119, Psalm chapter 119.
Psalms, the book of Psalms.
Psalms chapter 119.
So you said James chapter 1 verse 22.
Right, that's right.
Oh, I got him.
All right, hold on one second. You swap, Mara? Y'all still with me or I lose you?
I'm Tawab.
Shoot, Mara, I think I lost
you. I'm kind of missing
dang.
I'm missing something in my book right here, so Salaki.
We're going to the book of Psalms, right? Psalms.
Yes, sir.
Psalms chapter 119. You don't got that? I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
So I'm missing a page, sir. In this book.
Okay.
Salaki.
All right, no sweat. Well, we'll swap it up. Hey, Trooper Konai, if you could get Psalms 119, verse 96, and then Trooper Mariah, you get James chapter 1, verse 22.
Sir.
You said, Trooper Mariah, you got to get you another Bible, brother.
Con, sir. Con.
Yeah. They shorted you, man. You got to go get you a discount, man. You know what I'm saying? Get you some money.
That's Salaki, sir. Okay, that's James, and can you say that again?
James chapter 1, verse 22.
Okay. Salaki for this, sir.
No sweat, boy, man. No sweat. What we just say, we got to be merciful, right?
Yeah,
we too wild, war. You good, man. This Brotherhood, man. That brother got Psalms in his Bible. You got James in your Bible. We good to go, bro. Let me see where we at. You James chapter 1, right, Trooper Rock?
Come on, sir.
All right, let's read that.
It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only,
right?
Deceiving your own selves.
That's right. It says, be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only. What it look like you sitting in class every day, right? Watching videos every day, but you still smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I used to watch the videos, man, I used to, you know what I mean? I used to smoke a little bit before I watched the videos. You know what I mean? I used to watch a video and still go eat me some, still go celebrate Christmas, right? When I first started hearing about the ISUPK, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? It said don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. I put the pork down, but I was still eating that shrimp, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a hearer of the word and not a doer of the word. You know what I mean? But you got to come into the ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana, you have to be a hearer and a doer. You understand? You can't just be like these other fake Israelite groups where they say, all right, we don't, you know what I mean? We hear the word, but we also celebrate Thanksgiving. We got a ham on our Thanksgiving meal. We got Hebrew on our letters and stuff like that. I heard the brother that's had that Thanksgiving feast, so-called, what was it, the fake Jew, fake Israelites, like the fake Israelite that had that Thanksgiving feast. Y'all remember him?
Sir.
He came out with a video today. He said, I saw it today. He said, what did he say? He said, yeah, I did that. Next time I'm gonna make 3 hams. That what doubled down on it, man. Had the Jewish, it's like he had the menorah on him. He had the Hebrew letters on him and everything, man. He doubled down in his wickedness, man. You know what I mean? Because that brother is a hearer of the word. He's not a doer of it. You understand the difference, right?
Come on, sir.
All right, we can't be like that, man. We got to do the word, man. We got to do it, and that's what we're doing inside this ISUPK. All right, keep going.
Verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, He is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
So if it be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he's like a person holding a mirror up to himself, right? He's like holding a mirror in himself, right? That's what you're doing when you're hearing the word and not doing it. Keep going.
Verse 24. For he behold himself and goes his way, and straightway forgets what manner of man he was.
So the man that listens to the word and don't do it, he hold a mirror up, and then he look in the mirror, and then he just go head on. The man still got crust in his eyes, man. You know what I mean? He might have he got lettuce in his teeth. He got boogers hanging out of nose or something, man. Right? Because he's just looking at himself, but he's not doing anything to fix himself. Right? That's what he's doing. He's looking in the mirror and he says, all right, I hear the word. I hear I'm supposed to have a clean face. I hear I'm supposed to be, you know what I mean, straight lace. I'm supposed to be doing the right thing. But he's not doing anything about it. Keep going.
Verse 25. But whoso look into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the works, this man shall be blessed in his deeds.
Wow. No, no sweat. That was heavy right there, right? He says, whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continuing therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, right? Well, let's back up. Let's break that down a little bit. So, like, I be getting ahead of myself. What does it mean when he talks about? He says, "Looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein." Right? Who is doing that on the earth? Who is looking into the perfect law of liberty and continuing therein? Who's doing that and who's not doing that?
So, like I said, if I may,
go ahead.
I say the ISUPK is into the perfect law of liberty,
right?
And pretty much everybody outside is doing what we want to do.
That's right. They're doing whatever they want to do, right? They're not continuing in the perfect law of liberty, right? Because we have the law and we have liberty inside of this law. But who is doing that work, who's continuing therein, is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And your Christian church is not doing that. You understand? They're not continuing in that perfect law of liberty because they hear the word, but they're not doing anything about it. All right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going on that.
Verse 26. If any man among
go back to he being not a forgetful hearer.
He being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the works.
Keep going.
This man shall be blessed in his deeds.
He says that being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word, he shall be blessed in his deed. Commander Junior Hunter is being blessed in his deed. I don't know if you realize that. Commander Junior Hunter is being blessed in what he got going on. Because he was a hearer and a doer of the word. He ain't just hold on to it and let it go. You understand? He got this truth, he heard it, and he did that, man. And he's teaching his men up under him to do the same thing. So he's getting blessed. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is getting blessed, man. I don't know if y'all see that, man. If you look at like Passover, the year, like you said, True Mariah, you've been to a couple Passovers, man. I done seen a couple of Passovers on the internet, man, when I first started watching. You know what I mean? And these Passovers have grown year over year, right? Haven't you seen that?
Sir.
Right, and we doing work continuously, man. We doing work continuously, year over year, man. I remember Commander Junior Hunter, he said it to me when I met him. He said that we finna take over everything because the Lord is blessing his work. Because we are hearers and doers, and we are blessed in our work, man. And that's what we're gonna do. If we come in, when you brothers keep coming strong, man, keep going into this, and I keep doing the same thing with y'all, we keep being strong in this work, we're going to get blessed in our work, man. We're going to get these rank rates. We're going to get to save our families. We're going to get to save the people around us, man, because we're staying strong in this work, man. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do, staying strong in this work. You can't put it down, man. We got to keep moving in this thing, all right? I think that's it. That's all I want to do. Drop that. Let's go to Psalms 119:96.
Con, sir.
Y'all got any questions on that? Y'all Tawab on that?
I'm Tawab.
Sir. Tawab.
If you got it, we're good to go.
Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 96. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandments is exceeding broad.
Right. He says, I've seen an end of all perfection. Because what perfection is he talking about? I've seen an end of all perfection. What perfection ends, right? What perfection ends?
Oh shit. Hold on. Let's turn record. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, I just make sure. But let me read it one more time so I get a better understanding.
Uh-huh.
Wait for me to disrupt me. I'm gonna forget that precept. Quick and manage.
True, Mariah, you want to answer? He says, I've seen the end of all perfection, right?
So,
Come
okay.
on, sir.
Go ahead, slide your triple now. If you want to go, you got it.
So basically, I want to say, when he said that he have seen the perfection of all the commands been fulfilled. I don't.
He's saying that he's seen an end of all perfection. What perfection, right? All right. You got it. You want to give it a shot, Mariah?
Come on, sir. Is that saying he's seeing the ending of people keeping the law?
Lie. Let me give you an example. Think about like Will Smith, right? Back in 2000, man, back in the 90s, Will Smith was top tier, right? But Will Smith was the man when it came to acting, right? The man, he was the brother. The brother had the Fresh Prince, right? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He had iRobot. He had what some more movies the brother had?
Hancock. iRobot. Okay. I think I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, but
So,
you know what I'm saying? Look, hold on one second. So he had all those movies, right? You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna let you answer. Go ahead, Truthful. Now you got it.
So I want to say how people can be up in their prime. You know, like Muhammad Ali, he in prime, he doing this thing, but sooner or later it's going to come to an end. You want? Is it that sound about right?
So you close to it. You close, but you ain't. I'm gonna say no because that's not what I'm talking about, right? Because what happened with Muhammad Ali and his perfection came to an end because he got old, right?
Huh.
But when you go to Will Smith, his perfection ended. Why? Why did Will Smith? If we call Will Smith perfect, right? Or let's see, who else? T.D. Jakes, right? T.D. Jakes was this great preacher. He was this great preacher, man. Big money, big time. I won't say him because I'm trying not to talk about him. We ain't got no proof of him being a power bottom. So, what's the other one? Eddie Long, right? Eddie Long was this big preacher. Had a whole big church. Had a whole big, you know what I mean? Had jets and all kind of stuff. This man was what you would call perfect. But what happened? These folks all came crashing down in their perfection. You understand? Right? Will Smith lost his perfection. He was the man when it came to when he was doing Hancock. He was the man when he was doing iRobot. When he was the Fresh Prince, he couldn't miss. But his perfection ended because why? Because he was not perfection. He was not really perfect. He had perfection of the world. Eddie Long had perfection according to the world. You all understand? Right? So that perfection, he said he's seen the end to all perfection. So the things that the world says are perfect, those things come to an end because those things won't last. Those things are going to go away. They're going to diminish. But he says, what about the law? Keep going. But thy commandment.
But thy commandments is exceeding broad.
Thy commandment is exceeding broad, right? Keep going.
Verse 97. Oh, how love I thy law.
So like you read that. So like read that one more time.
Oh, how love I thy law.
Okay, well you might have a different version. Mine says, "Oh, how I love thy law."
Well, right? Yeah, it got an I in it. That's why it got that one.
No sweat.
Like it.
He says, "Oh, how I love thy law." Right? Keep going.
It is my meditation all the day.
He says, it is my meditation all day, man. It says all the day is my meditation. He's meditating on these scriptures all day long, all right? Keep going.
Thou, through thy commandments, hast made me wiser than my enemies.
Says that
For
through thy commandments, thou hast made me wiser than my enemies, man. Don't you realize that through keeping the law, statute, commandments, we are wiser than our enemies, man? The purple group out here, man. We are man. Look, man. And I'm not saying it's me that's being wise. It's all because of these laws, statutes, commandments. It's all because of the interpretation of the Bible that was revealed to the men over us inside the ISBK. Because of this, we are wiser than our enemies. Because of this, we don't need 100,000 people on the streets. You understand? We don't have to march in front of the stadium with Kyrie Irving. You understand? We don't need that because we are wiser. We know that the numbers don't mean anything. Numbers don't mean anything. What means something to the Lord is what we serve. You understand? You hear this motto inside the ISUBK. We are stronger by subtraction. We get stronger by subtraction, man. You know what I mean? We don't get stronger by having just people in here, being in here. You understand? We strong because we take those people that aren't doing anything and not strong and still serving Christmas and still serving these holidays and still serving this disgusting presence. They don't become part of us. And the ones that are here, we stay true. And we stand on this business. You understand? That's how we get stronger. You understand? All right? So like you. Let me get back to this. We are wiser than our enemies because of that. All right, keep going. Verse 99.
Khan, I have more understanding than all my teachers.
We have more understanding than all my teachers, man. All the teachers that taught me anything, the teachers that taught you, by having the scriptures, you have more understanding than them because now you understand what this means. You have understanding of how the world really works. Your teacher may not have understood how the world works. Your teacher didn't understand what was going on in the world, but these scriptures teach us this. All right, the teachers don't understand why black people can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand why black Hispanics and natives can't eat that? Why we have high blood pressure, but this oppressor can eat whatever he wants to eat, and he doesn't get high blood pressure. He can't explain that to us because they don't understand the scriptures. They don't understand the what is it called? The hidden things of the Lord. All right, keep going.
Khan. For thy testimonies are my meditation.
Meditation. Again, we meditate on the scriptures. Keep going.
Khan, verse 100. I understand more than the ancients because I keep the precepts.
That's right. We understand more than the ancients because we keep the precepts, man. The ancients of days, our forefathers left the precepts, man. They didn't keep these. They were serving other gods. But because we keep this, we understand more than them, man. We understand more than them. All right. Let's see. Drop to verse 104. Let's read that.
Khan. Through thy precepts, I get understanding.
It says, through thy precepts, I get understanding. We get understanding by reading this Bible line upon line, precept upon precept. That's how you get to understand what the Bible is really saying. What's really going on in the world. What's really going on around us by having these precepts. Right? Keep going.
Khan. Therefore, I hate every false way.
Therefore, I hate every false way. And I'm gonna give you an example, right? And we're gonna clip this here shortly. Trooper Rock, go and get Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. All right, we're gonna hit that. We're gonna be over. I'm gonna give you a little bit, right? A little bit about me before I came to the truth, right? I think I tell people this all the time. But before I came to the truth, I used to listen to Umar Johnson like heavy, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody better when it came to black people and black power than Umar Johnson, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the world, I was a fool. You understand? Listen to this brother. I thought he knew something. You know what I mean? Once I came to the ISUBK and I got under the men up under, you know what I'm saying? I got under the men here and I learned these scriptures and learned these breakdowns of these scriptures. I understand now when I look at this brother, when I look at Umar Johnson, this brother knows nothing, man. And I can't understand how in the world I ever fooled myself into listening to this brother, man. You know what I mean? Because now I hate the false ways. Now I hate, oh man, I see now he's trying to align with these Hamites, man. And he's trying to align with these Africans. That's a false way, man. And that's not something that's ever going to benefit us, man. That's not going to help us build up our kingdom, man. But I didn't know that until I got these scriptures. I didn't know that until I read these precepts and read that blacks, Hispanics, and natives are holy unto the Lord. And we are not to be joined together with other nations. You understand?
Good, sir.
All right. Let's get this last precept. We're going to get out of here, man. You got it, Trooper, right? Whatever you got to read.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
It says, blessed are they that do his commandments. That's what we've been talking about all night, man. Blessed are they that do his commandments, man. You know what I mean? Your Christian pastor's not teaching you to do the commandments. You know what I mean? Your teacher in school, your imam, your Muslim leader, they're not teaching you to do the commandments. So you're not getting blessed. But blessed are they that do the commandments. Keep going.
And they may have right to the tree of life.
Keep going.
And may enter in through the gate into the city.
That you may enter into the gates into the city, through the gates into the city, man. If you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, we are going to enter into the gates. You understand? We're going to enter through the gates in the city, man. You know what I mean? But if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, I read that last verse, boy. Read the next verse.
Verse 15. For without are dogs and sorceries and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever love and make a lie.
That's right. That's who's going to be outside the city. So you got to decide: are you going to be inside the city and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, or are you going to be without the city? Which one are you going to be, man? You understand? Because it's only going to be one way, and that's going to be the Lord's way. You understand? Right now, the Bible says that He's sending. He's sending fishers, right? That's what we're doing. Inside the we are being fishers. We're fishing our people. But pretty soon, the Lord's going to be sending hunters. He's going to hunt the people. And you want to make sure when He sends them hunters that you are doing the law, statutes, and commandments. You want to make sure you're not eating Christmas dinner. You want to make sure you're not celebrating your birthday. Because if you want to be inside the city, you got to keep the commandments. Or else you're going to be out here with the dogs and the whoremongers and the murderers and the ones that make a lie and love making a lie. You understand? That's what it's all about, man. That's what we're trying to achieve. That's what we're trying to encourage our people to do, is to not be a slave and not celebrate Christmas, but to be free and celebrate the days that the Lord gave us. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Doing what the Most High God told us to do. Doing the things that we're supposed to be doing that keep us separate. Because we are separate. And the Lord loves us. So we can't do nothing to make Him jealous, man. By serving Christmas, you're making the Lord jealous, man. By serving all these other gods, man, you're making the Lord jealous. So you should not do that. Because we want the Lord to be on our side and raise us up and help us build this nation up. And not be some disgusting bastards like we've been for the last decades, for the last centuries, for the last thousands of years that we've been on this earth. And do something different. Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, man, y'all come to the ISUPK and be a part of this truth, man. Let's raise up our people, raise up our nations, man. Stop being slaves to this oppressor and be something that the Lord made us to be, His chosen people, rulers of this earth, man. With that, man, y'all got any questions, man? Y'all got any anything y'all want to add to the class?
Live, sir.
Live, sir.
Hey, man, with the water for y'all tuning in one more time, man. You know what I mean? The water for coming through, bro, to have this class one more time, breaking these scriptures out, doing what the Lord told us to do, man. You know what I mean? Is there anything else, man? Y'all got any questions? Put them in the chat. With that, say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.